You're in the school, and the teacher's giving a boring lecture. Oh, so I'm in school all of a sudden? Like 3rd grade when you start thinking, this is boring? The boy sitting 2 seats away is rolling up a piece of paper and putting it in his mouth. Using the barrel of his pen, he spits the paper at the blackboard, where it lands with a wet splat. The teacher's furious. She screams, "Who did this?" Everyone in the class is howling, until she promises that if the person who did this will not come forward, the whole class will get a punishment. I always hated that. You're probably the only person who saw the true culprit. Raise my hand. Anxious. The teacher acknowledges you. You can say, pointing, he was the one who did it. A hush falls over the class. Some of the other children sign relief, some snicker. Your anxiety makes you look a little nerdish, but everyone is thankful. Except the kid who threw the spitball. At school, all of your friends are talking about a television program called Super Duck that you could not stay up to watch. A friend asks if you saw it. Oh, it's Super Duck After Dark. Let me think. Unashamed. Lie. Probably a bad choice, but you're a confident liar. This is inconsistent with your previous behavior. Peer support is obviously very important to you. Your lie remains undetected. You've just been ordered to bed by your parents in the middle of a favorite television show by the name of Super Duck. Whine. Desperate. Complain about having to go to bed. Your mother can appreciate the fact that it is not fair for you to have to go to bed during a favorite television show, but finishes her show of sympathy with, "But sometimes life just isn't fair." Okay. There's one more ice pop in the freezer. It's being saved for another family member. Your mouth waters at the thought of this cool, tasty treat. Let's see here. I'm going to take a bite. No. I'm able to resist, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Yes, leave it alone. You don't expect it to be rewarded for this act of simple consideration, do you? The knowledge that you have respected the privacy of others should be enough. Does this make you angry? No. I said no, not highlighted in blue. Fine, then let's continue. Whatever. The camera sometimes gets blurry like that. Social. Your best friend challenges you to a rock throwing competition. The competitive accept the challenge. After several minutes of rock throwing for distance, your friend keeps beating you. Your friend dares you to throw a rock onto the roof of the apartment building across the street. I think if you choose either of the last two options, it ends with, "Your friend calls you a sissy," so I'm gonna accept it this time. You lean back and watch the rock soar. You guessed it. Son of a gun. You can contact the building and offer to pay. That's a responsible thing to do. Your family's proud of you. Yeah, I paid with my birth money. Because I haven't gotten any money since. You do get money a lot later in the game, and it actually becomes really difficult to save it up. It's time to sell raffle tickets for the school baseball team again. I screwed up the camera. I'm going to be motivated and enlist my father's help. What a team. You move from door to door with confidence, selling 4 whole books in less than an hour. It's a powerful bonding experience that strengthens family ties. You go out for an ice cream soda to celebrate your successful partnership. Yeah, remember when they were called ice cream sodas now? You want a root beer float? Huh? You want a root beer float? Okay. Your friends are all waiting for you to come out after school. You have a ton of homework, and you've been watching television, aka Super Duck, since you came home. On your way out, your mother asks, "Did you do all your homework?" Say yes, but did I really do it? You don't have an option for that. Oh, honest. What? Oh, completely ignored a part of the situation. Okay. Yeah, semi-honest. I've only got a little left. Semi-honest is the truthfulness equivalent of semi-pregnant? What? Your mom... Okay, whatever. Your mother says, finish what you have left before you go out. And let's just say that I did. Here's a goal. While you're outside playing alone, a car pulls over to the side of the road and the driver motions for you to come over. You notice the license plate says OBO237. This is the one that gets everyone. It can kill you. To sum it up, if you get too close to the car, he kidnaps you, tortures you, kills you, and buries you in a landfill. It's probably the worst ending. Anyway. Stay where you are. Yeah, definitely stay where you are. He motions for you to come closer. He has a kind enough face. You hear him say that he's a policeman looking for a friend of yours. He asks if you will get in and help him find your friend. Run away. You move away from the man, suspicious that he might not be telling the truth. This is smart. Intellectual sphere rises sharply. This man hurts children. Yeah, except he does a lot more than that. That's the problem. You've just turned off the television set after watching Super Duck, and your room is pitch dark. Through the shadows, you notice that your closet door is open just a crack. You can almost see the image of a black-hooded axe murderer squinting at you through the door. I actually just turned around while reading this. He is waiting for you to close your eyes and fall asleep. In the quiet of the night, you can hear his hoarse breaths making deep gurgling sounds. You look away from the door, then look back. It's open a bit farther than it was the last time. If you can only make it to the closet and shut the door tight, you know he won't be able to get out and murder you in your sleep. The morning light will destroy him, so you won't have to worry about seeing him when you wake up. The morning light vanquished! I am going to... No, not go to sleep. That's what Jeff the Killer says. Afraid, get help. Mom offers you a nice safe spot in bed. You gladly accept. Wait, didn't you have to walk towards it? I figured the monster would pop out and start saying, I'm a Barbie girl. Okay. It's a hot, sunny day. You and a friend are sitting around trying to think of something to do. Dad is sitting in the shade, napping on a chair. You get a great idea. Let's play a practical joke on Dad! No, let him sleep. Second thoughts. You and your friend have even more fun talking about all the things you could do to Dad. The fantasies are much more fun, and never wind up by having Dad spank you. When Dad wakes up, he sees you and your friend giggling, and can't understand why you keep calling him names like Ol' Hotfoot. In case you couldn't see, one of the options was to give him a hot foot like on the cartoons, aka Super Duck. Jill Brady? Is that some sort of, like, relative to the Brady Bunch that I don't know about? Anyway, always untying your shoes and running away. Today she's wearing a skirt. She's bent over, picking up a pile of books from the floor. Nah, I'm absorbed in more important things. I'm gonna pay no attention to stupid girls. You have much more important things on your mind, like how to get Mom to let you join football, how to sneak in to say Friday the 13th, part 45, and why Mr. Johnson, the biology teacher, is allowed to wear the same suit 10 days in a row when you can't even wear a stupid pair of socks for 2 days. It's a uniform, smarthead. You're in the candy store buying candy with a $5 bill given to you by your mother. Your bill comes to 50 cents. The man gives you back change, but no dollars. I'm confused, and I'll question the man. The man tells you that you've given him a $1 bill. You can be content with that. You've been just cheated out of $4. So, I would question if the candy cost nothing at all, but I don't want to sound like an idiot because I'm not good at math. The boy who sits next to you in school has just passed you a note, folded in a tight square. He motions you to read it. Oh boy, these days. You look around the room. Mrs. Hennessy, the meanest teacher in the world, has her back to the class. The note says, "What has more crust than the entire surface of the earth?" Ugh, clean the paper up and run away! But I'm afraid. The noise attracts Mrs. Hennessy's attention. She begins walking down the aisle, and your heart begins to race. She looks you squarely in the eye. The smell of her perfume is so overpowering, it could kill you all by itself. You cough, and she pours a water bottle on your head, and you have to be like that for the rest of the day. Oh wait, never mind, that was me in my actual life. She says, "Can't you guys grab paper for something else for water thrown away? But don't natural resources." That caused an unnatural amount of saliva to spurt from my mouth. You breathe a sigh of relief. Huh, I must be related to my infant alter ego. You need eyeglasses. The first day you wear them in school, everyone calls you Four Eyes. Your parents refuse to get you contact lenses. Well, come on. I don't understand why, contact lenses would be so easy on everyone. Self-conscious, refuse to wear the glasses. You chose not to wear glasses. Now you'll miss work that is presented on the blackboard. What? Can't you convince your parents to get you contact lenses? Your school grades and intellectual sphere decline? That just might be stupider than the Brussels sprouts incident. Whatever. Oh well. Let's do a social activity, because there aren't enough, as you can plainly see. Your mother has given you permission to have a party. You want to invite most of the kids from your class. There's one child that you have second thoughts about inviting. His name is Louis Feedback. All the kids call him Louis Feedbag because he's very fat. Gee, that's the biggest insult I've ever heard. You mentioned to your group of friends that you're thinking about inviting Louis. They make faces and pig noises. Some of them say that you invite the bag, they'll stay home. Hey, I got a response. How about, shut up, you stupid little, cigarette smoker at a young age. Take that. Fine, I'll just invite Louis. Because I'm ambivalent. When you ask Louis to come to your party, he immediately assumes that you're joking and want to make fun of him. You can try to convince him. Louis is completely overjoyed. This is the first time he's ever felt like one of the guys. Some of your friends do stay home that night and refuse to speak with you at school. Louis's mother calls you up and thanks you for being so generous. Louis's mother also happens to be extremely rich. On your next school vacation, she flies you and Louis to Hawaii for a week to stay with relatives there. Aloha. Well, you kids still gonna make fun of me? That's what you get for being a goat head. Yeah, that's good as all. Your teacher and your mother have traded recipes for an upcoming bake sale. Before you leave school, your teacher asks if you would be kind enough to run a booth at the bake sale, especially for her. Immediately, your friends begin to snicker behind your back. I would be happy to help you. How about flattered? Better than admitting that you're embarrassed? Your friends snicker and call you a brown nose and a teacher's pet. They refuse to eat lunch with you. Your social standing drops considerably. Would it have been better to disrespect the teacher?